listen. Steve, you can't win them all. It's horrible.
Hey, it's all right. Music is a big thing.
Horrible opening sound. I mean, it's not good. I gotta say. Wait. Really not good. Good morning. From Canada to East Texas, it's Morning Mike's, brought to you by our friends at Benbrook Insurance. Oh, my dear. I'm reading the Daily Stoic of the day. Whoever embraces necessity counts as wise, skilled in divine matters. Okay? If it pleases the gods, so be it. They may well kill me, but they can't hurt me. You know, not even Plato hit it every day. Okay, good morning. Oh my God, we have so much going on. Before we talk about, well, the unbelievable movement in our nation's capital yesterday. Oh my God. I want to say Hot Mics this afternoon has the great Galloway. Have you followed or listened to Scott Galloway?
Billy, I'm going to stop you right there.
You say he canceled. If you say he canceled, I am going to lose it.
What microphone are you on that's coming through right now? I want to do your big Scott Galloway pitch with the right mic.
That's interesting. It's been going to different mics.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, well, thanks. Normally when you turn it on, okay, never mind. It's now needing to be reset every morning. Usually it's at the default settings. I'm sorry. Could you not hear me? Was I on a weird mic? But you could hear me, right? Just badly.
Oh yeah, no, we could hear you. It was just I could tell you were on the other mic.
Not this fancy thing that I have here. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
I thought we'd just stop it there before we got too deep in it, because now you.
Well, Steve, if you would, absolutely. You know me. I'm a jump in right away guy. Yeah. By the way, same applies for jokes. Someone tells me a joke that I've heard. I'm not going to sit there and be like, ugh, I got to sit through the little Johnny joke. I know exactly how this damn thing goes. And then I got to fake a laugh at the end. I'm done with that kind of people pleasing. I'm not doing that. I cut him off and I go, hey, yeah. And then he says, hey, teach. I know the one. I just want to save you the courtesy that. And usually people appreciate that. So I was saying the great Scott Galloway is our guest this afternoon. This guy's unbelievable, man. I just like the way he lives. I like the way he owns his shit. I mean, his book called Notes on Being a Man is unbelievable. It's a great study of manhood and most importantly, as a lesson to how we should raise boys today and how we should re-embrace boys. So I've been reading this thing for the last 2 days straight, and it's really good. And he's very honest about the mistakes he's made in life. God, is that fucking freeing to be able to do that. It's like me. I mean, I do it too. I feel very Galloway-ish. You know what I mean? I don't care. Made some mistakes. Had some bumps, had some ups, had some downs. I didn't know the guy was so damn rich, though. Holy shit, is he rich? He started a bunch of businesses. He's gotten loaded. Really loaded. Hamilton. Scott Hamilton says, Scott is fantastic. Kara as well. Well, we've had Kara Swisher on the show. She's a little bit more like, power liberal than him. He calls himself a raging moderate. And I call myself a radical centrist. So it'd be interesting to see where we connect. Wow. I'd like to say hello to everyone in the chat. Not just one person. Deanne's not focusing on anyone in particular. I'm just not that fast of a typer. Oh, darn it. Yeah, me neither. I'm a 2. This is all I got. I don't do the.
Billy, not only that, as I've sat in a room with you for many, many years, very powerful though. Like it is very powerful when you go. It's concise, it's fast, and it's powerful.
Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
Yep, no problem.
I know how to hit those keys with those 2 fingers. You're damn right. Bear sighting in the neighborhood of Greater Boston. Do you have a photo, Derek? Do you have a photo? We just had bears in Encino, the San Fernando Valley of Los Angeles. It was wild. The whole neighborhood went crazy. Hello there, Lindy, my love. Morning, everyone. Hiya, Billy. Hello, Steve. Diana Marie, Joy is the queen typer. Oh, Joy, I think Joy's dictating. She moves and dictates with absolute perfection. It's getting harder with our chat getting so big, but happy for Billy and Steve. Good morning, everybody. Good. It's Joy. Wonderful to see you, my darling. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Billy and Steve. There's Andrea. Andrea checking in. Oh, it's so, yeah. Kim is saying something. Steve, look at this. Hopefully sunny today in Southern California. Well, it is. But obviously with all the moisture out of the sky now, I mean, it has rained to the bejesus. Very, for us, cold. We don't like that. No, we are soft.
Yeah, I've got soft from Boston to here. I was so cold this morning coming in. I'm in the studio, as you know. It was so cold coming out here this morning.
Jackie.
Oh, look at that.
Jackie. You know what Jackie leads the charge on in this chat? Jackie's like, all right, let's skip the wine and candles and get right to the sheets here, okay? 100,000 by Christmas? You think that's possible, Susan? It would be unbelievable. What a Christmas gift that would be. All right, we got the Great Galloway this afternoon. Make sure you're there. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait to talk about love, marriage, sex, drugs, rock and roll with Scott Galloway. That's happening. Epstein yesterday. Oh, man. The Senate just followed up the House right away. They acted by unanimous consent. They didn't even go into the chamber. That requires a sign-off from every senator, but does not require them to take a roll call vote. So nobody has to say. They just said, we know where this is going. All good. The House passed it, of course, 427-1. What an about face. What an about face. That really, it sort of annoys me. Who is Miss Piggy? We'll get to that. It sort of annoys me how little conviction our elected officials have. I don't care. Both parties, all of them. This was like never getting to the floor. There was so much fight to get it to the floor. Now it's 427-1. Now we stand up unanimously for young minor girls being sex trafficked. Now we do. Now it's unanimous. Sorry, it really pisses me off. Trump, who spent months resisting the release of the files, has committed to signing the legislation. He says, if it clears both chambers, it cleared very quickly. That means it's on his desk today. Does he sign it today? Does it get caught up in investigations at the Justice Department? Does he not sign it? I think if he leaves it for a period of time, it just becomes law. What happens? They've released, Epstein tapes before. Remember the tape from the jail cell and a minute was missing? I'll tell you what, if any part of those files are scrubbed, people are going to know. There's too many metadata nerds out there who are going to figure it out. So I hope not. Just let it out. And lots will be redacted, but it better not be these rich dudes who, sex traffic these young girls who were part of that. Now, one of those names better be redacted. Some of those bastards better, put on the shackles and go to jail where you belong, you sick bastards. Okay. Woo, the Bushman got pissed, didn't he? This is the best synopsis I've read on the Epstein files, and it comes from those keyboard gangsters at Pirate Wires. I read those people. They have such attitude. They're very funny. This is a great writer named Riley Nork. Yesterday, the House voted overwhelmingly to compel the full release of files related to Jeffrey Epstein, the massage superfan who met his untimely end in prison under totally normal circumstances. This follows a sudden 180 from Trump, who truthed over the weekend, I don't care if the files are released, despite previously calling the effort a Democrat hoax. I won't be the first to admit this pivot appears quite sus. First, you say you'll release the files on the campaign trail. Then you hand partial files to some influencers outside holding their binders. Look at us. We've got Epstein files. Remember that? What happened to that? Then you insist releasing the rest is a Democrat witch hunt. Then you decide, actually, never mind, just drop them all. Seems like we could have just done that initially, right? Just drop the files all at once from the beginning. Why all of this meandering and 180ing and all that? The American people have read enough 4chan threads. We can handle Mossad and the CIA being implicated in sex trafficking, okay? Oh, and if you did service Bill Clinton, Don, we still love you. And the YMCA dance just makes a little more sense now. That's funny. I mean, God, there's like, and he just brought out some of the members of the Village People. I mean, they're walking around in assless chaps by the Rose Garden pool, and he's just, I didn't expect any of that. Holy shit, is that funny? Yeah, Pirate Wires. These guys are, they have a lot of edge, a lot of attitude. They're kind of right-leaning. I read all kinds of stuff. Quiet Piggy. Quiet Piggy. This is unbelievable. Trump, there she is. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. This Trump on Air Force One, she's asking about Epstein files. He gets pissed off and frustrated, and he just looks at her and he goes, "Quiet, quiet, Piggy." He calls a female journalist Piggy. Now, first thing I did, find out who she was. Her name is Catherine Lucy from Bloomberg News. Next thing I did was go to Google Images and find out if she's an overweight person, if she's a plus-sized reporter, if you will. You know, is he calling Piggy to a woman who struggles with weight? That's not going to be. She doesn't. That's not her issue. So, as I said on the old Instagram, it seems she's over-consuming in the trough of suspicion and scrutiny of the president of the United States, which he doesn't like. That frustrates him. So he says, "Quiet Piggy." And I have to say, that's my new thing. I am now going to quiet Piggy people all day. Someone bothers me, someone disagreeing with me, I'm shutting them down with Quiet Piggy. It's hysterical and divinely rude.
Is there something incriminating in the files, Venezuela, sir? Why acting as a
quiet, Piggy.
Mr. President, files, Venezuela, sir? Why acting as a
quiet, Piggy.
Sir,
Yeah,
is there something incriminating in the
quiet,
files, Venezuela, sir? Why acting as a
quiet, Piggy.
It's just outstanding. You know what I mean? It's just outstanding. Oh, I'll quiet Piggy some of you. You're damn right I will. You don't. If someone goes out of line in this chat, I'm telling you right now, you're going to get a Quiet Piggy. Jackie, priests, pilots, diplomats, Ivy League people, and more on Uncle Epi's scroll. What does that mean, Steve? Trump does not hate strong women, but he has no patience for news outlets that constantly lie about him and his administration. Okay, but she's asking about the Epstein files. Okay, and to be clear, hey, Joe, this began with, on the campaign trail, we're going to release the Epstein files. We're going to get those things when we get in office, and we're going to release those. And then it turned into, hey, influencers, these are binders with partial files. Look, a little chum to whip up the crowd. And then an absolute reversal. And no, this is a Democrat hoax. We're not going to get into this. We're going away from this. What? They looked into the files themselves and said, oh, shit, we can't do this. Call it a Democrat hoax. We got to get out of this thing. And a total reversal? No. It's not a witch hunt. It's not anything else. This reporter, this woman has every right to ask for it. It was promised. It was a massive part of it. And that's why his entire MAGA movement has turned on him to say no. And now it's on his desk. And he said if it passes both, he's going to sign it. So I assume he's already signed it. I mean, What time is it right now? It's 10:15 in the morning. What else are you doing, Don? Other than, making out with Mohammed bin Salman in the Oval Office, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. Anyway, quiet piggy. No one's getting a flu shot this year. Who's getting the flu shot? It seems like it's way down. I think people are listening to RFK Jr. I got to say, ever since all this hubbub about vaccines, I mean, I didn't get the flu shot last year, and I'm not getting it this year. And I hate to say this sounds crazy, but sometimes I like the flu. Not afraid of it. I like to get in the bed. I like to get in the bed and like sweat it out, lose a little weight, right? Get like facially skinny for a couple days, chug some water. Who doesn't love a little Jewish deli chicken noodle soup? So I kind of just like feel like, no. Why did we can't deal with any discomfort anymore. We have apps and different things to soothe us for every bit of discomfort that might arise in life. We used to have the flu. I used to get sick in the winter and like I'd get in bed and mom would like bring me things and I'd sweat it out and then, it's good for your system. You know what I mean? Are you one of those people that lunges for the antibiotic as soon as you can, or do you like deal with it? I don't know. We've gotten so soft in many ways. You know what I'm saying? Attention, cuddles, warmth, and movies. Oh my God. Aren't those the best? Of course, I used to lie about being sick sometimes when I was a little kid. I think everybody did. Oh, Mom, I'm not well. Heat up your head for a little bit and then be like, feel. Oh, you do have a fever. Oh my God. Yeah, because I just had my head on the radiator for 20 minutes.
Did you ever try the thermometer on the lamp on the light? Heat up the thermometer a bit. Mom, look at the thermometer.
Yeah. Oh my God, Mom. And
Put
she's
it in
like,
the mouth.
You better stay back. I always thought that Mom knew as well, though.
They
Don't
knew.
you
I
think
think
Mom?
they knew.
Some moms are not dumb.
No,
They know what's going on. They're like, okay. And they're like, you know what? I just don't have the energy this morning to fight this force of nature that is trying to stay off that school bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I have teens, I know that my mom know, because I know when they're going like, I don't feel good, and it's like, no, you don't want to go.
Look at Lisa. She put hot water in the mouth and then put the thermometer in there. Moms always know. But you know what? I convinced my mom that it was like she had to get me a toy when I was sick. I was like, you got to get me something. And so she would go out, and maybe she had her own mom guilt with all the little meetings she was doing, and I was laying back there. She'd come back to check on me. She'd never leave me all day. She'd come back and, I'd have a toy. And I got all these things like, there was so much incentive to be sick.
Billy, what TV show? Sorry, Bill. Sorry to interrupt you. What
Love
TV
Boat.
show? Oh, Love Boat. Okay. You know
The
what
Love
mine
Boat.
was? Love Boat.
It was in daytime reruns when I was in grade school. So, I think it started as a primetime show, but then they moved it to daytime.
Yeah.
And I would watch The Love Boat in bed, and it was awesome.
Oh, so good. Somehow I found Murder She Wrote. I found
Julie McCoy. Wow. I would just make out with Julie McCoy.
Oh yeah.
Loved her. Oh my God, she was so formidable in my growing up. The matzo ball soup, you know what I'm saying? I got to say, the Jews really do know what's going on in the food department. They really do, Over at the golf club, once we put the Jewish guy in charge of the house committee, the food went from to, you know what I'm saying? They really know a tuna cup too. Scott Galloway, interesting, our guest this afternoon on Hot Mics. Steve, Scott Galloway used to be a grocery packer at San Vicente Foods in Brentwood when he was a kid. He grew up poor in Los Angeles, Southern California. He went to Uni High, which is not a great high school, I guess, then. He was a grocery packer to make money because his dad left when he was 9. So he and his mom moved into a little apartment together. And anyway, he worked at the grocery store and had all these odd jobs. The best tuna fish in the world, San Vicente Foods. in Brentwood, Los Angeles. Believe me, I have shopped around. It is perfect. Steve, people are liking your lumber sexual look today.
Oh, you like that? It's
Metrosexual. Metrosexual is the cinched little capri ankles and just a little like. But Steve is going lumbersexual, and he goes lumbersexual a lot. He loves his flannel collection.
Yeah, I'm not afraid. Not afraid at all. I was in a band called the Flannels for a long time. Maybe that's
yeah. Oh, Lisa, that was my and my mom's market since I was 8. San Vicente Foods. Oh yeah, Jackie throwing in Bay City's Deli. They had a little bit of an issue. Now they're back roaring. The Godmother is the best sandwich on the planet. It's like an Italian with some spicy in there, spicy elements.
I like the Situate shout out from Slaughterhouse.
Oh yeah, Situate.
I don't know if I'm related at all, but
Jerry's Deli is gone. Isn't that interesting? JBZ's talking about Jerry's Deli. Used to be 10 locations in Los Angeles. I don't think there's one, Steve. I think Jerry's Deli is completely gone.
And it's crazy because it was so big. I mean, like, big.
Yeah, Lynn, what is funny is how many times I must have, Gilligan's Island reruns. Wow, how fantastic. Not realizing at the time that the show only ran for 3 seasons years before. Isn't that incredible? What a gold mine that was. Oh God, who was your girlfriend on Gilligan's? Were you more of a Ginger, more of a Marianne? I don't know. I always wanted to have a martini with what's his name? Thurston Howell. Yes. Thurston Howell. I loved a man who wore an ascot.
Didn't you go as Thurston Howell on something we did one time?
Oh, Kit Hoover and I in London.
Yes, on the rooftop.
We, in our second season of Access Hollywood Live, we got the nod to go do Access Hollywood Live in London on a rooftop at the marriage of William and Kate. The prince and princess, it was a grand affair, and we somehow convinced a bar to let us put the setup on the rooftop. So Buckingham and I was all in the background. And I don't know why, but we thought that was English. But yeah, Thurston Howell III I wore, and she was Muffy. Is it Muffy or... It was Muffy, right? Muffy and Thurston. I do believe. Quiet, piggy. Anyway, we're going to do a...
Lovey, not Lovey Howell.
Oh, it was Lovey.
Lovey.
Jesus.
Lovey. Hello, Lovey.
Yeah, that's it. Lovey. Yeah. And then all the game shows we used to watch. Oh, God, it was unbelievable.
Price is Right. That's the one. 10 a.m. for me in the Boston if I was sick.
Yeah. Oh, Bob Barker was a good friend of mine. Remember the relationship I had with Bob Barker? Oh my God. I was close with Bob for a long time.
What was the shoot? You're going to have to tell the story, and I literally don't remember it. I remember you going to his house or doing... I'll just set you up because I don't remember it, but I know there was a great...
No. So Bob, I went over to Bob's house and...
story time.
We'd done story time. We'd done so many shoots with Bob Barker, and Double B and I really hit it off. And he told me he loved a little. I said, "What's your cocktail, Bob?" He goes, "I love a little sip of tequila." And then I find out his tequila brand is Sauza. That's terrible tequila. I'm like, "You're a rich guy, Bob. You have a very successful career. Look at this beautiful house." He lived a block and a half off of Franklin on Outpost Drive. I remember his address perfectly. Outpost Drive, which is right in the dead center of Hollywood. It's probably a quarter mile from the Kodak Theater, like where the Oscars are. Bob lived on Outpost. Beautiful. He had this incredible old Spanish Mediterranean style house. And I went over to Bob's, and the point of this shoot was just to have a little tequila and talk about nothing. It was great. Bob said, "Sure, come on over." So I brought the cameras. We go to Bob's house. We sit. He's this beautiful old school bar, like old Hollywood bar. And he pulls out a little tequila. And the two of us are just sitting there talking shop at his bar. And it was so beautiful. He loved the ladies, Bob. Oh my God, of course. But he was so happily married for so long, Bob. He was in love with his wife. It's true. He talked about her so beautifully. Anyway, I was leaving, and as I was leaving, I said goodbye, Bob. And I opened the door, and his dog runs out. Forgot the dog's name. The dog runs out in the street, and you see Bob went from charming and happy to see me to oh my God, Bubbles, or whatever the dog's name was. Bubbles, no, Bubbles. And I'm like, oh shit, Bob's upset. Oh my God. I look, and the dog is gone. Well, we've worked with our cameramen for a long time, and the rule is never stop rolling, ever. Always be rolling. Don't put the camera down. Oh no, now we got to go get the dog. The dog is now the event. So the cameras are rolling, and the dog goes down the street, and Bob is freaking out in his yard, and I don't really have the relationship with this dog yet, but I take off down the street. I get close. The dog is getting closer to Franklin, busy, busy, busy street. I do not want to be responsible for the death of Bob's dog. And I get down there, and the dog looks at me. I think the dog sees that this is an important moment for me. The dog likes the relationship I have with Bob. And so the dog just says, okay. And he slowly comes to me. I pick up the dog. And I carry the dog back to Bob. It is fair to say our relationship took on a very deep level at that point. Private conversations at night. Became beautiful friends, even deeper, as I saved Bob's dog. Very different than what I did with Mariah Carey's dog, if you can remember that. That was in the very beginning of my time at Access Hollywood. I had 8 minutes with Mariah Carey. We're on a rooftop in Miami, and she is lighting people and all the makeup people, and the lights are not good and nothing's good. We couldn't get any momentum. So I took off my battery pack, my phone, my microphone. I took off I took everything out of my pockets, and I said to the cameraman, keep rolling, use the microphone on top of the camera. So we have sound, and I'm going to throw her dog into the pool and then feign a life-saving situation. And I took Mariah's dog, who was a yappy little dog, and I threw it into the pool. And then I screamed, oh my God, Mariah, your dog fell in the pool. She loses it. Her teeny little shorts and her heels, and like, she comes over to the, help! I have everything out of my pockets. I'm prepared for the moment. She never connected those dots. I dive into the pool with all of my clothes on, and save the dog. Save the dog. Brought it to the edge. She was all over me. She was so happy. And that became the shoot. Literally, we never asked one question. We didn't have time. She was fixing lights for too long. There was too much diva behavior. So the whole shoot when I came back was saving her dog. Joy, it was unbelievable. The shit oh my God. I could write a book I could do an evening with, God, remember when Oprah Winfrey was doing an event at Madison Square Garden? I was on the red carpet, and I interviewed Oprah, and she's walking by, like, you only get you only get 2 questions with Oprah. I'm a young guy. I'm like, oh, shit, what am I going to do? Quick thing with Oprah. So she goes by, and after I talked to her briefly, there's a makeup pad in her bag. She's got her little shoulder bag over her thing, and I reach in, I take it out, I pickpocket Oprah, and then I go, Oprah, you dropped something. Oh, Billy, thank you so much. She comes back for the hug. Of course, the camera caught the whole thing, the stealing and the whole thing. I think she saw it later and said, you know what? That was enterprising. Yeah, I got so many stories, Mary. It goes on forever. When I think of Trump, I think of the funniest when I auditioned for season 2 of The Apprentice with a mustache on and a cowboy hat. And I went in disguise to audition for his second season. And boy, it was funny. All of his people loved that. God, it was Steve. I got to be DJ sidekick on WLPZ 95.5 Leominster. Oh, Leominster.
Yeah,
That's a wicked Boston station right there.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, that is like hardcore Central
Yeah.
Mass. Oh, you
Wow.
know, you were in Worcester at one time. Didn't you do something in Worcester?
Worcester, Mass. We had it was in the family of the radio company that I worked for. They had WXLO.
XLO was big.
Oh, it's a legend. Flamethrower.
Yeah.
A flamethrower. And not to mention, well, where I'm from, New York, 95.5, 95.5, that's WPLJ. That's a legendary station. My old friend Scott Shannon. Scott and Todd in the morning on 95.5 WPLJ. And let's not forget the Rocky Allen Showgram in the afternoon. Oof. That was good radio back in the day. Really good stuff. Well, LeBron James, officially the longest career. He begins his 23rd season. He's 40 years old, LeBron. But he's had those power alleys for a long time, right? He looked like he was 40 years old when he was, in his 5th season. But there he is. What a beast. I'm going to tell you something. Tom Brady played 23 years, but basketball and football quarterback is a lot of difference there. I mean, what this guy's doing to his body and what his regimen must be to be able to play at 40 years old in the NBA is unbelievable. I don't know that he'll be the dominant force that he was, but this should be it. You play to 40 and that's it. Congratulations to LeBron here in Los Angeles. And the only advice I'd give to LeBron is let other people tell you how great you are. Okay. Final thing here before we run to get to Galloway. Not final. We get another minute, but we've got Galloway kind of early. What happened to it's an interesting discussion. What happened to the body positivity movement? You know what I mean? Lizzo, all these people, roll through the before and afters. Lizzo used to tell us, man, I love this body. I love it. No, you got to embrace who you are. Bye-bye. As soon as Ozempic got here, see you later. I love it. It's just everybody bailed on the body positivity movement. Bye-bye. We'd all rather be thin. Meghan Trainor. I didn't remember her being. Look at Meghan Trainor. I'm somebody like you. I feel nothing but the best. Oprah. Well, she used to fluctuate like crazy back in the day. I don't know what was going on. Ozempic is the thing, baby. And Trump is he's making a big move to make it cheaper next year. Look at Oprah. I mean, yeah, the one on the right looks better than the one on the left. Let's just be honest. I don't know. But everybody's on it. And the body positivity movement is just a giant bunch of crap. Nobody ever believed it. Nobody's choosing to, in Hollywood at least. Oh my God, Serena Williams. Holy mackerel, good one there. Yeah, she's tiny. My God, you saw her hit the stage with Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl, and you're like, wait, what? Jackie, good point here. Sharon Osbourne did not need it. Makes it well. Cindy Crawford told me the key to her beauty when I asked her. And she, first of all, thank you. I don't mean to talk about my beauty, but the key is to keep on some weight. You got to watch out as you get older. Your face gets sucked out, and then you look fat. Then you look sick, not well, and that's no good. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Apple cider. Oh, Amy Schumer. Wow. Yeah. Ozempic face. That's a thing. Now, Rose. This Kelly Osbourne doesn't look. She's happy, though. Everybody wants to be skinny. Yeah. It's amazing. Oh, by the way, excellent from our in-house trainer here, Jessica Perez, BB. JPB, you down with JPB? Yeah, you know me. You need to work out while on the GLP-1s because they eat muscle tone too. So you have to keep, putting up the weights, baby. But they're all doing it. That's the fact, Jack. We were all living in this world. We were all forced. Remember at Access Hollywood, Steve, we were all forced to, we were covering, the inclusion of, we had Ashley Graham, the supermodel, was like getting, in this movement was getting paid the same as Gisele Bundchen. It was like, no, it's all beautiful bodies. Everyone's body is beautiful. As soon as they got the chance to get on that GLP-1, bye-bye. Oh God, the workout. So let me just tell you this. We got Scott Galloway coming up this afternoon. My man. Oh, Jillian, we work with you. What are they saying about Jillian Michaels here? This is interesting, Steve.
Have her. I saw it said have her come on to talk about the Ozempics and stuff because how she feels strongly about them.
Is she against it?
Yeah, she goes.
Yeah, you know what, Jillian, I'm happy to have her on, and we'll talk about it. We share the same studio. I mean, she works in our building. She tapes a lot, right? She's not in every day, not in a lot, but when she comes in, let's do it. I'll go. But the problem is, Jillian, it doesn't matter what Jillian Michaels says. Skinny. People come to Hollywood for 3 reasons: rich, skinny, famous. And the greatest of these is skinny. It's the most prized commodity in this town, and that's all there is to it. Yeah. I will say Jillian Michaels' body has rocked for 30 years. There's no question about that. And her hair. Oh my God, her hair is so good. So we've got Galloway this afternoon. I got a shave. You can see I'll just look and get a shower going and get ready for that man. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. And then you know what? What I found in his book, something stuck out to me that I can't get out of my head. I have to get remarried if I want to live longer. Men die off quicker if they live alone. So I said it last year for some reason. I'm going to get married in 2025. I got to do it. I think it's 2026. I got to do it. Men who live alone die like 8 years earlier than women. It's not good, Steve.
Billy, so we're just going to end the show with an announcement that you're getting married by the end of
I got to do it. I got to do it. Quiet, Piggy. I've got to do it. Can you, I'm going to change my name on the screen from Big Willie to Piggy. Quiet Piggy. That's my new name. My new handle for a little while. So yeah, we got to do it. You know what I mean? I will start working on the location for the wedding. Oh my God, is it going to be planned by the chat? I think you should revisit the Sydney. Oh, God damn it. Steve, you put that up?
I did not.
Sid, she and I are, we've got stuff where I'm late. Nosy Rosie, are you late? Jesus Christ, you're very late. It's almost unforgivable late. But you know me, I'm too kind. The New Year's engagement. Yeah, we got to figure this out though. It's got to happen. Just move in together. You don't need to be. Yeah, no, that's true. But I don't know. Now we're going emojis on this. Quiet Piggy. Wait, isn't there a emoji? Shh, Piggy. This is so unbelievable. Oh God. You know, Rebecca is sharing something important today. No one ever prepared me for menopause. All I knew was hot flashes, but it is serious and depressing. More talk on that. Oh, honey, as they say, we appreciate your share. I don't know anything about it, but I have to imagine it's brutal. I know everyone in Hollywood, the Hollywood people, there it is. The Hollywood people rub the cream. They rub the cream and guide the, right? Is it testosterone cream that they rub on? Oh, that's a huge thing. The women in this area are rubbing testosterone cream on themselves and taking testosterone, and the horniness factor has gone through the roof. A friend of mine said his wife is 56. He said, dude, it was great for a while. Like I would morning, night, she's just bouncing off the walls horny. I said, that's great, dude. Been married for 25 years and this is fantastic. He's like, yeah, but I mean, now it's like too much. I mean, he's at night, he'll go to a business dinner, he'll sneak in the house. And she's, is that you? Yes. Oh, I'm waiting for it. She's sitting in there with a nightie and a martini in bed. It's like, get ready to go again. Quiet Piggy. Oh, there he is. Quiet Piggy. All right, Galloway. We're talking love, sex, marriage, boys, saving them, raising them. Epstein, everything with the brilliant Scott Galloway, author of Notes on Being a Man. That's happening today. Got to duck early because it's all boiling down. In fact, Steve, you're noticing a new location for Steve. Steve is over in he's over at the studio where we do hot microphones, baby.
Yep, we're starting early. I'm excited though for Scott. A lot of stuff to talk about.
All right, and you know what I'm doing? I'm doing that. Janine is meeting with attorneys today. Go, Janine! Sue everybody. Crank that up. I can't even hear it. God tell her. You know what? That's going to be a great one. And everybody get a hormone patch. It helps the hot flashes. Get one for me. I feel like I suffer from hot flashes occasionally. Is that menopause? They call that menopause? El Toro Loco. I had these when I was a kid.